Hello guys, this is Vijay from Dino Code Academy. So in this video, we are going to implement the update functionality inside our Code SQLite application. So let's get started with this video. So first we need to retrieve the values of these two edit text. According to the product name, we are going to update the category of the product. So let's get started with this functionality implementation. So first here I am going to create a string variable. And then I will be calling here a where, and then here into simply where to update. And then we need to get the value of this edit text variable, which actually denote the first product name edit text. We need to convert it into toString. And after that again I am going to create a second variable of string, and then here I am going to use the new category, and then is going to equal to, and then here I am going to specify et new product type. So here you can see it's actually showing the etn, so I need to change this to et because I'm not going to make it as etn. Control R for replacement, and then copy and paste it, and I'm going to replace this etn with the et, replace all. Now everything looks perfect. And here I'm going to use dot get text dot to string, then we need to terminate that. So now we get the values inside our variables. It's time to actually make our selection query. So here I will be using a string variable which is used for the selection purpose, and then equal to, and then we need to here type the product entry dot, and then according to the product column name we want to make comparison, so concatenate it, then space equal to, and then we need to specify the question mark, and then again equal to. Now guys, we are actually did with the selection, and then after that we need to also specify the selection args is going to equal to, and then here we want to specify the curly brackets, and then the value of our where product. So this will be used. Here we want to specify the value where product. So this value will be replaced with this question mark, and then we also need to add this new category. So for adding a new category inside the database table, we need to use the content value class object, because content value is used to enter the data inside the database table. So content values, then again I'm going to create content values is equal to new, and then to specify content values, then we need to terminate that. Now we get the content value object, so we need to use the put method. Then here we need to specify the column name in which we want to perform the entry. So it's actually exists inside the product contract.product entry, and then we need to specify the column category, because we want to insert a new category of the selected product. Specify the comma, and here specify the new category, because in new category our new value is actually stored, which is a category that will be updated on the basis of the column product name. After that we need to call the update method. So for that I'm going to create an integer variable, then rows updated is equal to, and then call the database dot update, and then first we need to specify the product table name. So it's actually a product entry dot table name, then specify the comma, and here we need to specify content values, comma, and then selection, and after that we need to specify the selection args. So this marks the completion of the code for our rows updated. It will take 4 parameters. The first one is the product table name, the second is the content values, which will having a new category that we want to be inserted. According to selection and selection progress, this new value will be inserted inside the table, and then we need to print the value inside the logcat. So for that we are using a log.i, and you need to specify the tag, and then comma, and after that we need to specify the message number of rows updated. So guys, that marks the completion of the code for this update method. It's time to run the application to see whether this is working or not. So I'm going to run this application into my physical device, and also I'm going to expand the logcat so that you can see the changes. So you can see now our application is running. If I want to update the value of the product, so first I'm going to click on this query and display. So I want to update this choco entry. I want to make it as sweet. So I'm going to just here specify the name of the product, that is choco, and then here I need to add the new entry that I want to add is like a sweet. If I click on update, then you can see number of rows updated 1, and if I just click on this back and click on query and display, then you can see candy and sweet, and you can see now the value of this choco is updated to sweet. If you enter a new value, like if we enter a new product here, so I'm going to add a popcorn, and this is also a fast food, and then if I insert it, and if I click on this back again and just I want to display query and display, then you can see the new entry is entered, which is popcorn fast food. But if I just want to update the value of this popcorn, so I'm going to actually specify here $, then I need to change the keyboard again because the keyboard is changed, and I want to update the value of this popcorn, I type it, and then if I just want to do as salty food, because it had a salty taste, salty food, and if I click on update, then you can see number of rows updated 1, and if I click on this query and display all, then you can see, so here it's actually showing the insert and installation company. Then you can see our popcorn value is updated, that is salty food. Now guys, once we actually enter the values, you can see these values are still present. So we want that this should be become empty once we completed the click process of the update, delete and other query by ID and also the insert, so that we can actually insert a new product. So for that, here what we are going to do, I'm going to actually et product name dot set text. We are going to call this set text, and here I want to specify this empties, and also et product category, and then if I going to do the set text, and then I need to specify the empty entries. If I run the application again, because this will make what it will actually clears the entry once this whole code is executed, it will make the edit text empty so that we can insert a new value. Also I'm going to expand the logcat, and if I just enter a new product here, like I want to enter like what should I enter? If I enter a lollipop, make sure the first letter is capital, and then I will be specify sweet. If I click on insert, then you can see the value is inserted. Also our edit text gets empty, so that we can enter a new product, because right now we don't need to click on this back button again to actually clear the edit text. This will make the UI more convenient to use. If I click on query and display, you can see the new product is entered. So guys, that marks the completion of this particular application series. You can do the rest of the things for the update and delete also, and also for the query by ID, so that once you enter the value inside of these edit text, you can actually clear the edit text automatically, so that you can enter a new entries. So guys, that's marks the completion of this whole series of this simple application development, that is a crude SQLite. So thank you for watching guys. If you like this series, then share it with your friends, and also subscribe to the channel if you are new to my channel. And if you face any difficulty while developing this application, then you can comment down below the video. Mostly the source code is available in a form of videos, so I'm not going to upload the source code to GitHub because this is a very simple application. If you face any error, then you can directly message me on my Instagram so that I can answer your question. And guys, again I'm saying, don't download my videos, because you are actually downloading my videos, which actually doesn't help the creator. So if you want to help your creator, then please don't download my videos. Just watch the entire video on my YouTube channel, so that it will actually help me to actually grow my channel. If you are actually downloading these videos, then it will actually demotivates me to actually creating the content. That is the reason I'm uploading videos after a long time. So guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.